Welcome back to Judo Highlights. This will be the top IPPONS for the Kazakhstan Grand Slam. This was the last Grand Slam before the World Championships, coming up in about 3 weeks' time. So if you want to watch that live, it's going to be a great one. Go to JUDOTV, sign up using my discount code to get 15% off. It's going to be a good one. So a lot of judoka were at this tournament, kind of using this as an opportunity to prepare and get themselves ready for the World Championships. There were some really nice IPPONS across the field, and of course we had some Japanese there as well, preparing for the World Championships. Nagase, he's so good. We've seen this so many times from him before. So subtle as he shifts balance onto the back foot for his osotogaris. Really subtle stuff from him. Such a master of this technique. Although he was beaten by this man here, Lee, probably the favorite going into the World Championships at under 81. It'll be either him or Grigolashvili. Now you can see from this IPPON here, Lee very strong, in close. Looking at him, I think he's getting bigger every time. He just looks like a massive tank of a man. So it'll be interesting to see him against Grigolashvili again. I'm hoping that matchup takes place, and then the winner up against Nagase again, potentially. And this is Stump making a return, and he'll be at the World Championships. He went through a bit of an injury, and now he's finding some form. That is Gaitaro he's throwing, who's moved up from under 66. Arai, he was at the Kazakhstan Grand Slam. Must watch TV, just techniques all the time. He throws people usually twice a contest. Usually wazaris, sometimes IPPONs, but it doesn't really matter at this point. So exciting, and he's getting better every day. Have a look at this. You'll see this a little bit at the lighter weights, but for someone at under 100s to fall like that and turn it into a technique like that is very incredible. Here's a classic Uchimata from him. And I think heading into the World Championships, Arai, he's going to be my favorite at under 100s. I don't care about Solomonidze or Kotsuev. I think Arai is a great matchup for those guys. Now this Uchimata to win the contest against H was really nice, but the wazari before it, this one here was exceptionally nice. Just as H goes to take the grip, finds the Ochigari. Really nice stuff from Arai. Here's Stump again, and this is his trademark technique. His Tokui Waza, the Hizaguruma. Nobody latches on to knees like Stump and follows it through like this. Absolute master of the technique. And then this Ochigari from Stump as well. Absolutely amazing. And he really saw what his opponent was trying to do, trying to counter the Uchimata by going over the top. But then he used that against him. Incredible stuff. And another one from Stump. I can't get enough of him. This just a wazari, but I mean, Naguchev did pretty decent to roll out of that, even though he is on his shoulders. Bit of a sode now on the edge of the tatami. Good standing sore suri fumigoshi. The Italians, they do like this throw. Lombardo's got a good one. Double sleeve also Dogari here. I wouldn't be surprised if Karapetayan has a sode as well, because that is a good pair. Osoto and sode. I wrote about that, and there's heaps of examples on the Judo Wiki. Now this one here, watch the hands of Dvalishvili. He's going to change from lapel to sleeve, but using that cross grip to not only set up the technique, but just keep himself safe as he's taking a hand off and putting it back on again. Zubanazar now, with the hopping Uchimata. So just kind of stays in the air a little bit, changes his feet. And this kind of makes people go down, and then when your Uchimata comes, they're going up with you. Big Taniotoshi on the outside. As he goes for it, he catches the far leg. And then as he steps over, goes for the technique. And here I am including a lot of techniques from under 90s, under 100s, and plus 100s, because I didn't do it day 3. I was just a little bit too busy. But don't worry, I do have the highlights here in this video. Now this one is a classic bear hug setup, taking a cross grip on the sleeve and then feeding deep to the back and looking for that opportunity to go over under for the kosodo. Now this has to be the best rule change that the IJF have done in a while, bringing back the reverse Seoinage. And here is the one that Lee got against Nagase. Absolutely beautifully well done. A lot of deception from Lee. I did say this during my commentary, but sometimes he just goes for one technique and he doesn't get a lot of throws. But when he starts to combine things together, throw 2 or 3 things together, he really starts to get quite a lot of points. And I think Nagase was just kind of confused in that situation. Is he going Osoto and then, oh my god, he's broken off my grips. Oh, here's the reverse Seoinage. Haven't seen that in quite some time. Quite a bit of flexibility from the big man as well. Look at that, good pull on the sleeve. Not a traditional grip, but still, it works. Now this kataguruma, the Malaya kataguruma, interesting variation, kind of diving into his opponent here. Almost like a tackle. This next one, really nice, uranage. And I don't think I've seen someone go so high before. Incredible lift. So the counter to the osoto, really weak osoto, and it just puts you in that perfect position to be lifted. Here's another big one. And this is from Bak Barkashvili. I think he's going to be the next guy at under 73 for Georgia. And this is classic Georgian judo. The Cabarelli, but he's got an Uchimata as well, so mixing in the traditional judo, traditional Japanese judo, and the Georgian style as well. Really nice osoto here, driving osoto. Latches onto that leg, and the Ippon Seoinage grip. Now this next one is a kochigari, but it happens pretty quickly. And Dvalishvili just launched his opponent. Watch the reaction he gets as soon as he attaches onto that leg. Massive reaction. Now H, we saw him get thrown by Arai before, but here's a nice technique from him. He's got some good techniques, H. For a tall guy, he likes double sleeves and kind of kochigari. That wasn't also the though, but he's got some interesting techniques for a taller guy. Now this is a great ochigari. Really takes a number of attempts at it. Stays strong in the position. Hit against the chest, which is an important thing, according to Satoshi Ishii. Now this is just kumite or kumikata domination by Ota. Just having the perfect grips, and his opponent really couldn't get anything going. And he just kind of broke down in front of Ota. And he demolished him with that Uchimata. Another Tani Otoshi. Bit of pressure at the edge of the tatami. And of course this kind of Tani Otoshi, very good left versus right. Good control with the thigh at the back, behind the knee. First one of these today. The makikomi, also the makikomi. I feel like we usually see quite a few of these each tournament, but just the one today. And this is a big one. I do love this technique, the osotogari, when they have kind of a back grip, this time like a tricep grip, but it's not in that traditional place up around the head. Really makes for a nice osotogari. Big sasai here. And people were saying that the Kazakhstan Grand Slam, there wasn't a lot of people watching. I definitely noticed that with the views. But I'm wondering if that's the Smetov effect. He's not on the tatami this time. Ota, there was a nice choke by him, but it wasn't the only piece of newaza that he got. Check out this technique. I'm not sure what to call it. I guess you just call it an ude garami. But, you know, locking it up behind someone's back. Pretty impressive at the heavyweights. And this is also really impressive. Souza gets counted here by Takahashi. And have a look at this. Just as she goes on the inside for the ochi, maybe looking for the uchimata. Just puts her leg behind that leg and counters beautifully. Now this is what I was talking about. When you go behind someone, you really have to commit. Driving in low with the legs, really squatting down. That was a beautiful uranage. And this was one of my favorites from the tournament. Don't know why I put it 10 minutes into the video, but massive sasai. Really driving down on the head here. Going for the Uchimata, and this was similar to that technique by Stump before. So chaining together the Uchimata and the Ouchigari. Two techniques that just combine and really flow together beautifully. I mean, that leg goes up, Uchimata comes down, catch them with the Ouchigari. Now this one, we see Takeoka do this. He goes for a Taniotoshi, kind of kosoto between the legs, and then really blocks the opposite leg with his knee. And this was a beautiful counter. I really like this one by Saiv. Sumiotoshi, but just finding the perfect angle. Now started out as a big pickup here, but stayed controlled, didn't rush the technique, and then found the kosoto on the way down. And this is an Uchimata Skashi. Don't see these too often, but it is a great technique. And if you're doing Uchimata, you do have to be aware of it. Maruyama, never happening to him with those deep Uchimatas that he does. Nice counter here. Look at that, sweeping on the inside. I have no idea what to call this technique, but it was impressive.
Oh, yes. Wow.
Abdullayev with the quick Ashiwaza.
Oh, yes. Wow.
Now we're getting to the end of the video, guys, so if you are still here with me, please like and subscribe. We are moving into World Championships territory, so make sure you've got the notifications on, and I'll have lots of videos about the World Championships. It's going to be very exciting. Anyway, the last two techniques, they are a Kochi, Makikomi, and a Kosotogake. I hope you enjoy them. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Peace.